Hey, this is editing Uso right here. I wanted to let you know that I am going to do something a little different than I usually do with these, tier list things that a lot of people do. I'm a person who usually skips to the end of tier list videos. I'm gonna just put the tier list at the front, and you guys can just get the context as you go on, because I know a lot of people just kind of want to see what the final product is, whatever. Just if you want context, look at the end. I know there's two freezes on the list. Um, you'll get context for that towards the end. Just yeah, enjoy. Hello everyone, it's Uso and Ging from Bearphon Studios. We're gonna do a tier list today. Not the one I've been promising about OSTs, because I have Ging with me today, and I feel like that'd be something better suited for when I'm like either with a few other people who like are really into music, or
You. No, I'm kidding. I
dang,
don't know that much.
hurts my feeling. But no, today we're doing villains, which is something he's really knowledgeable about, and I'm about to reveal our list to you. Just know, our opinions are our opinions.
Nah, they're
Don't
they're
attack
they're
us.
objective. They're
Don't.
objective.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Fuck everyone else. So these are our these are our people.
Hold on, I haven't even seen the list yet.
So each one of us picked 10-ish people. Gage has not seen my link in my list yet, and
You was kidding about Spotify Premium.
no, it's on there. So first off, we got this fella right here. I don't know his name, so Ging's gonna talk about him. So
That's Lucas.
Who's Lucas, and what the fuck is his thing?
He's from the beginning after the end. He's a little shitter.
Is that masturbate manga you're talking about?
Yes, the masturbate, the T-bait. Which, holy fuck, you're right. This is masturbate. But he's this guy that's kind of like a rival to the main character in the first, like, I guess I'd say saga. And yeah, he's just a fucking guy, and he pisses me off. So he's a villain.
So like, what does he do?
So there's this one time they was in a dungeon, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill you so I can get away." Yeah, and then he joined the KKK to fight the main character, and kind of destroyed him.
So he became racist as a power-up?
Yeah, yeah.
That's badass!
I put him on A for real. He's pretty good.
Where do you think he actually sits at, though?
I really would give him an A. He makes you angry, and when he gets beat, it's pretty satisfying.
If a villain can make you angry, that's good. That is really good. That's where you're at. Okay, that's true. All right, Freddy Fazbear. He's part of my list. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not beaten Five Nights at Freddy's one time.
Fuck him.
All because of this stupid little pillow pet looking ass murdered child animatronic that looks like he crawled out of a goddamn furry convention. I don't know. He pisses me off a lot, and his dumbass Toreador March from Carmen fucking head ass pisses me off. And I don't know, he's not really a villain, he's a murdered child, but like he pisses me off, so I'd give him
Nah, he a villain, he be killing me.
I think Freddy Fazbear is a solid D tier.
That's crazy.
You wanna fight me on that? Go ahead. Where's Freddy at?
He is iconic. What do you mean D tier?
He's still a bad villain.
No, he has a tragic backstory, and he's fucking hard to deal with. What's bad about that?
Bro should have just fucking dodged. I mean, he's a kid, small hitbox.
I'm saying B tier at least.
Okay, we'll meet in the middle. Absolute dog ass.
Okay. Not a villain, actually.
No, he's definitely a villain. We're not going that far. All right, Eisen.
Now this guy. Now he's guy. I mean, imagine you being born as a villain's scheme just to find someone to fight him when his master's fucking plan goes into place. Like, you were born just to fight the main villain.
Also, like, he has, like, I haven't watched much, but I as a person who just saw the scene, his fucking scene where he turns on you and he decides, yeah, I'm actually a villain now. That shit hits. Context or not. Real.
And him stopping Ichigo's fucking theme song was crazy.
Also, in Jump Force, he was also a villain. Hearing Hado 90 pissed me the fuck off.
Hado 90. I never beat the story, so.
Oh, no. It wasn't the story. It was multiplayer.
Oh. Oh.
Black Coffin.
Black Coffin.
Fuck that shit.
Which is crazy because he only used that once in the show.
Alright, so I think he's definitely, I don't want to say absolute perfection. I don't know if he's up at absolute perfection.
People would say it, but no, he's definitely, he's above Lucas.
He's above Lucas, you think? We're going to put him like in order. So he's top of the list right now. Freddy Fazbear's bottom of the list right now. Next up is the dice that I use in D&D. They really piss me off because I always roll ones. And as a DM, that's kind of unacceptable because I wanna fuck my players over. It is this type of dice. It's exact color, exact model. This is the dice I use, and they piss me off. So
dog ass.
I
mean, I'm gonna put them on absolute perfection because I can kick your ass, but
they are. I'd say they're a solid B tier, honestly.
B tier villain.
Because they are technically the villains in our podcast, which you should totally go watch. In our podcast, I'd say they're a solid B tier. All right, Magneto, what you got?
Is not a villain. He was right. So
he was right.
He's right, bro.
What's his thing? What's his thing?
His thing is that humans are not gonna let them live. And literally, time and time again in X-Men 97, he is proven right. So he's not a villain. He's right. He goes to extreme. He does go pretty extreme, and is gonna like kill everybody. But like,
I mean, but if you really think about it, if he kills everyone, more people get to live eventually.
True. Because everybody was prejudiced against the mutants because they're scared that that the humans are gonna be no longer a thing, and everybody's just gonna become mutants eventually. And it's kind of thinking of like the cavemen and then the Homo sapiens, like kind of like thing.
Yeah. No, I can understand that.
He is right. He's also daddy. So
not a villain. Not a villain. So I want to go ahead and preface this now. Just because not a villain's at the bottom doesn't mean it's worse.
It means he's right.
Yeah, it means he's right. That means we can understand him. Who is this? I don't really know who this is.
That's number 9 from Kaiju number 8. He's like a mastermind. I just like him because he's goofy. He's just funny. He's like he's also learning besides like all the people because he's just like trying to pretend to be human, and he's just a funny little guy. And I don't know, I give him like C tier probably.
C tier?
He doesn't do. Yeah.
So he's just like a funny little villain guy.
Yeah, he's the main villain, but he's like nothing serious yet.
All right, I get you. Now this is gonna be the one that gets kind of controversial. Frieza.
He's not a villain. He's right.
I think no. Hold on. hold on. I think he's a solid D tier.
He's pretty good. I don't know, man. Him and fucking Frieza Saga, like nowadays they watered him down so much, yes, but Frieza Saga Frieza was fucking cold.
That's true, and I think yeah, because especially I think one of the big revelations when you find out he's a transforming life form was pretty cool. The reason I'm saying like D tier is just like I feel like we've seen him so much more in Super.
Yeah,
Super to
he's
where,
watered
like,
down.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like we've seen him more in Super, so it's like, it's almost like outweighs the good, you know?
True.
I don't know though. I'd put him like either on low C or high D, because like he's really badass at some points. I think him at Tournament of Power was really cool, but like his entire thing is like just ho 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 ho, hello monkeys. Like that's his entire thing.
Monkeys.
Like in the Broly movie, he was pretty cool. I liked.
He was funny as fuck in the Broly movie.
I liked him in the Broly movie.
Look.
I just think like my only issue with him as a villain is I feel like he exists solely for the plot. Like,
oh yeah,
he only existed to bring Broly in. He existed to give them a foe in a movie to unlock a new form. He existed to beat, who was it, Gas? Or who was it, Granola he beat?
Gas.
I think it was Gas, yeah. Like, he just kind of pops in at convenient times. And, like, I don't know. I love Frieza, but I also recognize he's not a good villain. Where are we putting him, Gage? Where do you think? I'm going to let you do the final say.
I think D is fair.
Okay, top of D is fair. All right. This is it's not the Shrek wolf. It's the big bad wolf from the fairy tales.
Oh. That's a pretty good villain, honestly.
Like, you gotta think about it. He tormented the three little pigs, and he just outright tried to eat a little girl.
And some stories he did eat the little girl.
Yeah, and he also committed identity theft. Like, he's a villain through and through. Like, look at that, bro. Look at that stare. Like,
this is SCS stare. I ain't gonna lie.
that is the stare of a villain. A stare of a villain. What do you say, Gage? What do you say in defense or of offense or not?
I think he's pretty cool. I was like Shrek, Big Bad Wolf, but now just like in general, the Big Bad Wolf, he's crazy. Oh shit, we forgot to put Death in this fucking tier list.
That's okay. We'll get to there next. Not next, but like last. We can just put something as a placeholder. So the Big Bad Wolf. I say Big Bad Wolf falls under the what's it called, the funny guy. Maybe right above the funny guy.
I'll put him above the funny guy.
Above the funny guy at C tier. All right, William Afton / Purple Guy.
He always comes back.
He does always come back. Wait, pause. But he does return.
Nah, resume.
He does return always. So.
Honestly, he's pretty chill. Like if that one lore video that me and you watched, if that's how it went, then fucking solid ass villain.
Oh yeah, like where he like set everything up, his son chased him and shit and trapped him. Like I think that is my canon personally for it.
Yeah.
So I'd say actually he's probably like a low B tier.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I like him.
He's a pretty good villain. Like. I think the more and more they talk about William Afton, the more and more it gets like convoluted. Yeah. Scrappy Doo. This fucker pissed me off watching these movies. I fucking hated this rat. I fucking hated him.
Yeah, but he's a good villain in the first movie.
Yeah, but he fucking sucked. Oh god, you go ahead and do your spiel.
No, man, that kind of did him dirty.
How so?
They threw him out of the car, left him fucking stranded.
That's what he did. He's fucking annoying.
Yeah, I do think that is a very funny it was a very funny nod to everybody complaining about Scrappy Doo in the cartoon to make him a villain in the live action.
He is a true villain. Like even in the cartoon, he's a little annoying shit, and I want to punt him across the football field.
This is my canonical ending to him too. So.
All right. So where's he at?
He's a little annoying. So definitely either D or dog ass.
D or dog ass.
He's not really intimidating. He's just annoying.
I think Freddy Fazbear's. I think he's better. I think Freddy Fazbear's better.
Yeah.
So. Okay, now this is where we get into territory of like good shit. You know. We got our
Yeah.
boy here, the Lich. Okay, Gage, what you gotta say about the Lich?
The Lich, fucking one of the best cartoon villains ever. Fucking he was perfection all the way, even to the newest finale that ended Finn's story in the HBO trilogy. Like he's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
And
honestly, he traumatized me as a kid.
yeah, imagine this. One of my favorite scenes is Finn checking up on Billy and saying, "Oh, I thought you died from this funny snail," and he's just like, "Whoa, shit!" That arc was crazy. To have people complain enough for them having to change the fucking arc was crazy.
They had to change the arc?
Yeah, but remember because he started going to alternate dimensions and it was dark as fuck, so they had to the parents complained.
I did not know that happened. I remember the alternate universe and everything. I remember watching it. I just didn't realize there was a reason that they changed the arc.
He also won. So he also won and got everything he wanted.
And also it led down a really good plot line of tying in the Ice King to the earlier parts of the war and everything that happened.
Yeah. True.
It led down
he won.
Simon won. He might be the first one I'd be willing to put at absolute perfection.
Yes, absolute perfection. He fucking won. He won and unlocked the ability to go to every dimension at once, and killed the smiley room dude.
And also he's probably the only villain on this list I've seen so far that yeah, Frieza's pure evil, whatever, he kills people, but he's also goofy and he just I can't take him serious, he gets mad about being short and shit.
Yeah.
Aizen, and while Aizen is really cool, he also seems like he's one of the he has flaws in a way. It's he's I'm smart. I am that stereotype anime haha got you guy, awesome and shit, badass at moments, but nothing puts the fear in you that a villain should put into you like the Lich does,
Yeah, the Lich was scary, and him taking over Bubblegum was scary. Man, he was just fucking something else.
Yeah, no, that is a terrifying premise, and I think it's crazy that actually made it into a kid show. Oryx the Taken King.
Noted. He's my favorite they them fucking masterpiece.
The Oryx they them pussy.
It's gotta be fire.
Anyway. Oh shit.
Anyway.
He's taken, Gage. You can't do that.
I see what you did there.
Alright, but seriously,
he's
what you got?
Fucking almost perfection. He is awesome. Everything that he's in the lore for is perfection. He's he knew about the final shape before anybody. He knew everything, and he just was I'm just gonna stay out of it. That's fucking awesome.
And I really like the fact that as a villain, he did definitely have that moment of you realize, okay, we're not really. We view him as a villain because he's in our way. He's not a villain, though. He's definitely
grieving father.
He's a grieving father because we quite literally killed his kid. That being said, it is his fault that his kid it is our fault that the kid caused the great disaster, but it's also his fault because he banished his kid, Thor style, to the fucking moon. And
it's really Savathun's fault. Fuck that.
Yeah, it is all Savathun's fault as well. So Oryx is a victim of circumstance, but also throughout all that decided to be a fucking pacifist.
Yeah.
Until we killed his kid. And then he was like, okay, yeah, it's time to fucking throw hands now. And he wasn't.
I wonder what he'd be like in his prime.
Well, even then, I don't even really think Oryx was gonna do shit. I think he only wanted to get revenge on our system. I don't think Oryx was gonna do anything after that. I think Oryx was gonna kill everyone and then be like, peace. I think he was just gonna kill us and leave.
He's gonna watch the sunset on a Grateful Universe, head ass.
Yeah, I think he's definitely either top of A tier, not a villain, or
I think top of A tier.
Top of A tier?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put not a villain, because then he doesn't get a rating up here, but also, the issue is he is a villain.
He's an antagonist, really.
Yeah, like he's still a villain, but he's definitely like a reasonable one. All right,
Yeah.
Margit the Fell Omen. Everyone's been playing Elden Ring recently. This is the first boss and like some other boss later on, but he goes by a different name. I don't know his plot significance. I just know that he's a boss, and I know he's the first boss in the game.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. I like him.
He apparently like wants to defend the Erdtree and change his name to Morgott later, or like that's his original name, or like something like that.
It is his original name. His lore's like, he's like, yo, I'm gonna go and test all the tarnished, so I'm gonna go by Margit. But he doesn't change his fucking title.
So it stays. It's still the Fell Omen.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, he seems like a pretty cool guy. I don't know. He protects the Erdtree, and his moveset's pretty flashy and cool.
Oh no, he's the Omen King. Okay, never mind.
Oh well, he makes his yellow like stuff, like the like lightning shit
knife?
Makes my eyes happy. So, oh no, I would say not a villain.
But not a villain. No.
No, he just kind of chills.
He does kind of. He is just vibey. I ain't gonna lie. He does just vibe. I agree.
Yeah, not a villain. He just chills. All right, taxes.
Fucking absolute dog ass.
Taxes fucking suck. I don't care. I don't care about anything. As a person who wants to be a state employee in the future, this is completely ironic, by the way. I want to make this be known. Please pay your taxes so I get paid. But they fucking suck. I don't know. I'm not paying my taxes for the next 10 years. So, absolute dog ass.
Let's go, absolute dog ass.
Please, IRS, don't hunt me down. I'm kidding.
I'm not.
Johan. Okay. I gotta vouch for this guy right quick. This is one of the actual villains on my list.
Johan's pretty cool.
Bro's crazy. Like, throughout the entire anime, he has you on the edge of your seat just wanting to know what the fuck this guy is going to appear and do next. Because every time he's on the screen, he's doing something, like, heinous. Like, it's insane. He's crazy. His backstory is insane. Every time you see him, it matters. Which is something, like, a lot of villains, even good villains, struggle with. Sometimes you see them and their scenes, they don't really matter, but this guy, every time you see him, there is a big part of the story happening. So I want to say at least A tier. What would you say, Gage?
I do not know much about Johan, but I watched like the first 5 episodes of Monster, and he was pretty lit. So I agree.
I don't know if I want to put him above or below Oryx, though. That's the struggle. Because Oryx, while Johan may be a villain that you can, like... Okay, here's the thing. The issue when it comes to comparing Oryx to other villains in this case is Oryx's lore is very not accessible to most people. You have to read a fuck ton to get it. And Johan's, it's in a show. You can just watch the fucking show. That being said, you could just watch a whole fucking 10-hour video on Destiny that Bife made.
Which, do it.
Do it. It's worth it.
Biff
Even if
Daddy.
you're not a Destiny fan. The lore is fucking crazy, especially if you like villains. It's amazing. But, like, the reason I think I might put Oryx ahead is because Oryx... Okay, what's a good way to put this? Oryx's reason and motive to go through the story felt a lot more... like he didn't want to do this. I know that like sounds stereotype with most villains now. Like they're not really the bad guy. They don't want to do it. But no, like actually, bro has been a pacifist for like a millennia and doesn't want to hurt people really anymore and wants to get all his people out of this. Like chill, you know, just wants to avenge his son. And like, I think the impact it has, considering you're the reason, like you as a player are the reason that he is a villain, has a little bit more of interest in me rather than it's very personal. You know, especially after a great triumph like beating Crota. So I think I'm going to put him slightly below Oryx, but I mean, I could see it either way. The director from Red vs. Blue.
Oh shit! I'm sitting there like, who the fuck is that guy?
All right. So I'm going to let you get your thoughts first, because I know you know how to talk about this one.
I love the director. Ever since like his introduction with the fucking messages to the whatever
Chairman.
they're called, like him, and also just like his plot significance is so awesome. He's very like in the background for the most part, but like his like impact is insane, and like all of like the not even ever really seeing his face fully was crazy, and I don't know. I really like him. He's one of my favorite villains.
Where would you put him so far?
I would put him definitely an A.
All right. So here's the thing with the director. He's 100% a villain. Like, I was going to say not a villain at first, but like, I was sitting there like, man, actually, no. He knew what he did, and he fucked up, and he knows he fucked up. And what I want to bring to the table here is the fact that I'm gonna argue for either above Oryx or absolute perfection. It's a high argument, I know, but I'm gonna argue for it. Okay.
Go ahead.
When the director is on screen, right? Again, it matters, and it's very rare that he himself is actually on screen. So you get all of these like understandings of who he was from other people, and by other people I mean the main character, Leonard Church, because, you know, he's not just the villain of the story, he's the protagonist. It's really weird. If you haven't watched Red vs. Blue, I strongly recommend it. Stop now.
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, spoilers. But I think the perfect villain of the story, the perfect villain, like your best enemy is yourself, always. And I think in this story, it really shows that. And I think the ending of his story,
his ending is so...
I don't want to say it, because even for those who don't care about spoilers right now and you need to watch it, it broke me. His ending ruined me. It made me so sad. Like, and then you find out all the rest of the lore, and you find out his... And what I like so much about him is his motivation is so simple. It's so simple. It's not like a super tragic backstory. It's so fucking simple. Like, he wants to get his wife back.
Yeah, he wants his wife back.
It's simple. It's like, you don't... It proves to me you don't need a crazy ass backstory to be good. And he definitely was he was impactful. Like, his impact lasted 18, 19 seasons. Every season showing impact. You know, like, Project Freelancer is probably to this day one of my favorite organizations in like any show. Because
I love Project Freelancer.
You get to see the golden age into the collapse of it. And then you get to see what happens post-collapse with him. And it's terrible. Because, like, the entire show, they're hunting him down. And then they get to him. They're like, man, what now?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to argue absolute perfection. What do you say? Not above the Lich, but, like, below the Lich.
Say, they're not really a flaw.
So let's go.
I agree.
All right. Next, Destiny servers.
Fucking dog ass.
Is anyone gonna disagree? No. Okay, that is above that.
Dog ass. Is that fucking America?
This is the Grand Eagle.
Oh, the Grand Eagle.
A. Okay. A. Best villain.
That's all coming out. That's gonna come out soon.
So get ready for the Grand Eagle. He'll fuck you up.
Eagle. He will fuck you up.
All right, Sukuna.
Ooh.
JJK fans, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck
Absolute
yourself.
dog. D.
Yeah, he's D, definitely.
D. Okay, let's explain it.
At first, I don't know. I never really liked Sukuna personally. I didn't really see him becoming in game. I thought Mahito was in game at first until that happened. And now, just I really think that it is a case of popularity. I don't think Gege wanted him to be the main villain because we had a main villain beside him the whole time, and they was like, you know what? Let's forget about him because Sukuna. And yeah, I do like how he like his master plan and everything, but afterwards, he's just a plot device.
Yeah, honestly, like for me, my issue with Sukuna is like he just kind of exists, and he exists there for like literally just for like trying to get fans to be liking him. Like he's definitely a thirst bait character. I know it's like a weird thing to say,
Yeah.
but like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He was definitely, yeah. Like definitely meant to like get people liking him, which is some shows do that and they turn out really good. I'm not saying that's the reason he's a bad villain. I think in the most recent manga arc, it is shown that he was literally not thought about until last minute how to beat him. Like, they wrote themselves into a corner with him, and he just kind of fucking exists now as a force of nature. And while it was a really crazy fucking... Because it was about a year ago, almost, when this big reveal happened, when he gave Megami the fucking finger. And it's... Even now, it still hasn't been resolved. You know?
I know.
Like, it's been a minute, and I'm not saying all things have to be quick. I'm a One Piece fan, for God's sake. But I think that the way they've made his character feel is very... he just kind of feels like he exists. He doesn't really... he's not scary anymore. You know? He's not...
Fatigued of him.
Yeah, I'm fatigued of him. You know, like you've made him, and the build-up's kind of weird with him because like I feel like with Itadori this entire time like it felt really good, and then when the payoff happened, and then now,
yeah,
we're still.
I really think like it was all good until after the Gojo fight. I still liked Sukuna until after the Gojo fight, and now it's just I can do this because I want to. Like, I really think they fucked up with Gege fucked up with RCT. Having everybody be able to have RCT was a mistake.
Yeah, I honestly think that like one of the big things was just they just kind of like they pushed him a little too hard, and I think this isn't. I want to make sure you know this. I don't even really. I'm not like a person who's sitting here like as a JJK fanboy. I'm definitely not salty he killed Gojo because I think that was funny to see the JJK fanbase cry. But I definitely think that that's where the issue started. Or not started. I think that's where it reached its pinnacle. And it's still there. But everyone also knows that the main villain of the JJK fan, like the actual thing is the fan base. And that would be probably an A-tier villain, I would be honest. The fan base fucking sucks. They make me want to throw myself off a bridge into a...
I don't know, man. It's pretty fucking... I hate the fan base. The Gojo statue.
Yeah, the fan base is... Anyway, bottom of D tier. World government. Okay. I wanna preface this. When I'm talking about the world government, I'm talking about like all of the like the elders, all like the planets and shit, the elder people. I'm talking about Imu, and I'm talking about the admirals. Okay. I'm not really talking about some just random ass marines and other stuff. Well, that's a thing. I'm just not talking about it. The world government has been built up very good throughout One Piece. I'm not saying they're like the best villains ever, but like they do have a presence, and especially in the arcs where you get to the point where you're like actually like dealing with the world government, like Enies Lobby Impelled Down, Marineford, obviously, and like just all that shit. You feel good. And I know the Celestial Dragons aren't technically a part of it, but they are, but they aren't. Those fuckers made me mad. Like, made me mad just watching the show. And I think that that's something that is really rare with villains. That being said, I do think bottom of B tier or top of C tier. What do you think, Gage? Go ahead and give your tangent.
Much about the government. I'm still not even in the first Red Line arc, so but I don't like the government in real life, so fuck the government and One Piece.
All right, so bottom of B tier. All right, so now for the actual government, the U.S. government.
Dog ass.
Dog ass. Yeah, they do government things. They make me pay taxes, and
yeah, and then yeah.
By no means are we political. This has nothing about, like, I promise you guys, this is nothing about politics. Just government exists.
Part 2.
What?
Taxes Part 2. That's
Taxes
what
Part 2. Yeah. Taxes Part 2. They also want me to
damage phase.
Draft into the military and like I don't know. I don't play enough Call of Duty for that. So absolute dog ass.
Dog ass. Above taxes.
Above taxes? But below Destiny 2 servers. Let's make that very clear. Oh my god. Frieza again, because I guess fuck me.
Why did you do that,
I don't know. But this Frieza's small Frieza, so I guess I tried to download a picture. It didn't like show up in the folder, and then it did. Okay, airport security. I've
never been through it, so
I have. This is 100% a fucking absolute perfection villain. Not actually. It is a C tier villain. They're not as bad as people say they are. They're annoying, but like they're only annoying if you go to the wrong place. I mean, definitely like LAX is annoying, but like places here aren't that
California,
bad.
Man.
They're really they're just they annoy me, but they're not like too bad. That being said, they're a grade A villain to people who want to bring bombs through, which, yeah, good job. Anyway, Gaul from Destiny 2.
A bangin' ass villain.
Yeah, honestly, the quote that he says at the beginning, like, let me reacquaint you, or wait, it's like, hold on. It was, it seems you've forgotten the fear of death, allow me to reacquaint you. That shit went crazy. Where are you thinking, Gage?
I'm thinking above Lucas.
Thinking above Lucas? I honestly think so, yeah, because he's definitely under Aizen. Okay, I think he was a solid villain, honestly, for as bad as like a organization as the campaign had, he definitely had a presence when he could. Yes. It's a shame how they ended him off in the campaign, because he kind of just dropped his morals, like where he was like, yeah, I want the Traveler to choose me. Instead, he ended up just kind of deciding anyway, oh yeah, I'm gonna force it. But I think
we were bum rushing him, and he didn't have a choice.
True. Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Not a villain.
Not a villain. Top of not a villain, I'd say.
Yes. That's a good guy.
He just wanted to be there for his daughter, man.
No.
Nothing wrong with
like his father wasn't there for him.
Yeah. Skeletor. I grew up on the old He-Man cartoons because
I've never watched He-Man.
He is like the funniest villain of all time, because he's like, he tries so hard to be a villain, but he fucking sucks at it. Like, genuinely, his entire crew gets their shit rocked every episode.
I'll get you next time, He-Man.
I'll get you next time, He-Man. Like, I think like he's not really a villain. Like, he is. He has like, but he's not like a good villain. So like, honestly, like, just to piss the JJK fans off, just above Sukuna. Okay, Spotify Premium. I'm gonna rant real quick. Stop giving me fucking ads. I don't want to buy Spotify Premium. Anything but Spotify Premium. Fuck you and your premium. Absolute dog ass. Right above Freddy Fazbear. Still below Destiny 2 servers, though. Alright, Gage. That's where you got it.
Shigaraki, he was absolute perfection until the war arc. Like,
Really?
I think that he was he's still one of my favorite ones, but, like, just watching him actually grow into being this fucking menace, like, him growing, like, we see, it's kind of crazy, the parallels. We see Deku become the greatest hero, Shigaraki become the greatest villain, kind of in, like, the same part, because he kind of was a whiny bitch up until season 3.
Okay.
And I really liked him, like, up until the last war arc, when they just threw away all that development and decided he's not the villain anymore. I still think he's, like, uh, definitely below Isaac.
You think he's just like above Gaul, below Aizen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's
He
fair.
was almost absolute perfection.
Almost, but then the arc. This is what that arc did. This is what that arc did.
I know.
Next we got Amazon Alexa. So the Alexa makes me really angry because when I'm trying to talk to it to get it to play like music and shit, it like doesn't listen. It either turns off or it just plays something completely and totally random. And then I'm stuck listening to that for a few seconds. I don't want to listen to that shit. It also doesn't know how to count, because sometimes it tells me I've used all my skips, and I've only used 2 skips, which I know how to count. Trust me.
Oh, Colin.
I know how to count. I can count to at least 3. At least. And it said I used 6, which I don't know how many above 2 6 is, but it's above. It's above 3, I know that. Anyway, I'd say he's a solid C tier villain, right above airport security.
So you put him above number 9.
Above number 9? Okay, yeah. Oh. Alright, next is Genghis Khan.
Not a villain.
Whoa. Cancel him! Cancel him! Get him!
Okay, I will put him at absolute perfection, though. He is literally, like,
a real life mythos creature.
I know. Like, what?
I'm debating.
Like, imagine 6% of the population of the world is your kin.
Yeah, bro is like crazy. I don't know. Like, he might be above the Lich, because honestly, that's some like real like crazy type shit.
Okay, so 6% of 8 billion is 48 million people.
Holy shit!
Can trace back to Genghis Khan.
That's one man. That is one man. That is insane. He is a villain, and all of that. None of that was like actual family type shit. All of that was like
villain type shit.
Villain type shit. This is villain type. He is a terrible person, making him the best villain.
He's literally him and Adolf Hitler is like the most anime villains that we have ever gotten in real life.
Adolf Hitler's an anime villain is like the quote of the day.
About it, bro. Think about it. He got kicked out of art school, so he killed 6 million people. That's crazy. That is some fucking anime.
Mappa, like, you got your work to do. Mappa, get ready. New original.
It's crazy. Genghis Khan is one of the best villains ever written.
Alright, he might be the top of our list then. Unless Julius or Madara can do it. What do you think about Julius?
I don't... Again, this last arc just makes him not perfection.
What killed him in his past arc?
In this new arc, is because it's the same villain as the last arc. That he has like a alternate personality instead of just being the fucking mastermind of everything. Like he has a different soul inside of his body, and that upset me. So, I still think he's above Eisen.
Still think he's above Eisen?
Yeah, because the fucking foreshadowing was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if he beats Johan though.
Foreshadowing is crazy. He's also one of the strongest characters in New Gen right now. He beats Gojo. I want everybody to know that.
That's true. Alright, so we got Madara. I'm saying B tier.
B tier is crazy. B tier is crazy.
What are you saying?
I'm saying he's in between Shigaraki and Aizen. The only thing that brings him down is how he was dealt with.
I think that's a pretty big part of a villain, though.
True. You're right.
I don't know. It's just like the way the ending happened with him.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was dumb. Like, how you set up somebody for 2 series, Naruto and fucking Naruto Shippuden, and not have him be the final villain. Literally, it foreshadows it. It foreshadows that they're reincarnations of Madara and fucking Hashirama by having them fight in front of their statues when Sasuke runs away. Like, I don't know. You're right. It pisses me off. B tier. I think top of B tier.
Top of B tier above the dice.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is our final list. Oh no, we had to do something with death. You said death. That can be extra Frieza.
Okay. Death is not a villain. He's absolute perfection, but he's not a villain. He's just a force of nature.
Death from what?
Puss in Boots.
Oh, that death. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay.
He's definitely between Doofenshmirtz and Magneto for going with not a villain. But like, I don't know. Death is such a good villain because he's not a villain. He's just a force of nature, and he's so intimidating. I don't know. I love Death from Puss in Boots.
I would say bottom of absolute perfection.
That's fair.
Yeah. This is gonna look great for people who skip through the video to see the final result. That's not Frieza. It's Death. It's not. We're not Dragon Ball Glazers. I promise. Anyway, any final thoughts? Any changes?
Nah, I think that's a pretty solid tier list. I ain't gonna lie.
I think it's a solid tier list. I think Genghis Khan being our top, and then Taxes being our bottom, then Margit being our bottom of not a villain. Yeah, that's chilling. Yeah. So, hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you liked it. Anyway.
See ya.
See ya.